I am Pule Mulibati, back again right here on Stories Untold, the home of good news. Thank you for choosing us once again. From fashion design, photography, and taking a leap when he invested in his business, Soweto Creamery, serial entrepreneur Thando Makubo is today known for this business that I'm standing right next to. We spent a couple of days with the man behind this brand just to follow what he's been up to, but also what inspired this great, sweet idea.
Since the onset of COVID-19, the Social Relief of Distress Grant has provided support to more than 10 million unemployed people who were most vulnerable to the impact of the pandemic. Some people use the money to start businesses. Mr. Thando Makubu from Soweto received 350 grant for 7 months last year and saved it to open an ice cream store that now employs 4 people.
When the president was speaking Gusona, I was actually at the gym, you see. Then after gym, I check my phone. I see these messages. I see these videos from friends, family, old friends, you see, like it's crazy. And then I open up with this video of the president and it's like, Mr. Thando Makubu. I'm like, what? Rewind, replay. Mr. Thando Makubu, I replayed that video so many times, it felt unreal, you know. And then I responded to my friends and it was exciting. Then I slept and then I woke up in the morning, I went to the gym. Then as I was finishing my first exercise, I got a call from a journalist. Hi, we would like to do a story. We are from this publication. Are you available at 10? See, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm available. Then a minute later, I get another call. Hi, oh, so it's been crazy, really crazy.
Thando's younger brother, Musa Makubu, also remembers the day like it was yesterday.
When that happened, I had the TV on, but then it was on mute. Yeah, so I was watching the president, but I couldn't hear what he was saying because I was listening to something else at that moment, the phone in him. And then I saw WhatsApp messages from other close friends. Hey, Thando vela kuphi, Soweto Creamery on TV and all of that. And then, yeah, everyone was really excited. And then I tried reaching out to Boat, wasn't answering his phone. And then most of the people, abamazi, abangaziyo nami, were calling me that, where's Boat? Because you can't reach him and all of that, yeah. I was very excited, nah? I was very excited because it's not something a common enzakalayo, yeah, to be mentioned by a president.
We sat with Thando Makubu and his mother to find out who he is when he is not making headlines and making his mark as a household name.
I grew up with my mom and my granny and my younger sister, Ukuku, and last born, Musa. So it was really a happy family. My old lady was working at ShopRite and it was really frustrating for her, but she was really trying her best and we had everything that we needed. As a child, I think I was a boy, you see. I was naughty, very naughty, you see. And I enjoyed being naughty, you see.
Being the older brother of Thando, well, because I was young, because we were not too far apart in age. We used to play a lot of PlayStation, Maskula. And I really, when we were young, we used to do a lot of mischievous things. Playing a PlayStation or 4 a.m. and we were going to school when we were 7.
Thando ukhule umntwana sweet stout umfana nje ozifuna yonke indawo. Uthanda ukudlala kakhulu. ukudlala kwakhona obeza phule kwamabhayisikili la omthengele wona. Yeah, engakwazi ukulishofa useliqhaqhile. So angazi ukuthi bekuthini la kuye ekhanda.
It did not end there for the mischievous young man. He quickly assumed the role of responsibility.
Hayi, wabuya khula kancane. Wabuya khula kancane uthe mekenza i-first year yakhe ngaphelelwa ngumsebenzi. Hayi kwaba nzima kakhulu. But I think lokho kuphelela kwami umsebenzi because bengilo umama owubaba ngibambe ngakhona ngapha. Kumkhulisile uThando because uye wabona ukuthi akusenzeki njengalesa sikhathi umama esavuka. Wangena wenza fashion e-UJ. Wenza first year, wenza second year, esejwayela manje lokwenza lo msebenzi wakhe. uThando waqala wenza ama-alteration. Because first and second year ubehlala la ekhaya. Wenza ama-alteration ngemali ayitholayo lapho naye yabona ukuthi kunesikhala kuphi ekhaya. Asize. Though ke ngibakhulise mina ngithi angibakhuliseli ukuthi bazosebenza mina. Kufuneka baqale impilo zabo. Kodwa ke ngibonga ukuthi uye wabona ukuthi la ngathi kuyaleka mangisize. Then wenza third year yakhe kwangathi ukhula impela lapho but bese ehlala esikoleni because mayikunzima lokuthi acommute imali yokugibela ngilanga yikho because ngisengihlele ekhaya ngisasebenzi. Wabona ukuthi ngcono ahlale esikoleni kuzoba lula for yena for classes or whatever fundo yenze e-library into ezinjalo uzabe seduzane. Wamkhulisa kakhulu uThando, wakwazi nokuzithengela umshini wakhe wokuqala.
My mother was like, you need to go to school. Please go and check at UJ which courses have space. I found that fashion had space. I applied for fashion and then they approved me. Then I did fashion. But it was really crazy. It wasn't easy, but I made it work. Then I graduated. And then after graduating, I started my own brand called Authentic Denim, where I make clothes. And then shortly after that, I realized that I need to invest in a camera so I can shoot these products, you see. So I was learning photography through YouTube, and I learned photography, and then I fell in love with it. And then I left Impahla for a moment. Then I was focusing more on photography.
The lockdown had the potential to stop all of Thando's plans in their tracks, but an unexpected move by the government was the beginning of a new journey.
It started by making a jean, and then my first pair of jeans were made in my room, Ekaya. I had invested in an industrial sewing machine through metric gigs. There were students who were in metric who required dresses and all of those things. So we saved that money to invest in industrial machinery because small machines are not as strong, and a machine, they require industrial machinery. Yeah, so we invested in that, and then we grew the brand. So growing the brand Soweto was really challenging because my pricing was expensive for the people that were close to me. You see, they're like, no, we can't pay 800 for a pair of jeans. And then they were comparing to me to Emma Cams and all of those things, and it was really frustrating. And then I dropped my price down to 400.
But I think ubeba discouraged because ubethu methungile uthola ukuthi ezinye izinto ziyahlala asathenga uyayazi mos. Umuntu will place an order ufuna ini akasabuyanga, so yabe discouraged. Ngeso sikhathi ethunga wabethenga icamera ufuna ukuthatha ithobe zale izinto azithungayo azokwazi ukufaka la ku-social media uyabona azimakhethe kanjalo. Then he developed uthando lwecamera, wasifundisa ku-YouTube. Uyifundele camera wazofundisa the younger brother uMusa.
photography, I started as the assistant yakhe, which is checking equipment yonke ukuthi lapho the batteries charged, and also setting ama-lights, ama-strobe, yeah, for shoots. And then, okay, ngayithanda nami photography, so I started doing more events. Yeah, so I branched out kakhulu to events, and then Thando wasn't really about my events, but then he later joined me, and then yeah, we did more of my events until in lockdown.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you for staying with us. Today, we're not only sharing the sweet success of founder of Soweto Creamery, Thando Makubu, but there's so much more to the man, and we reintroduce you to who he is. There is a philanthropic element to his story, and this is what he's doing to give back to his community.
I was focusing more on events photography. So it was photography for events, photography for clubs, photography for pubs, like a social link, you see. So it was that type of work. And then when a lockdown came through, there were no events, obviously, and obviously no events, no work. It was just frustrating, you know. It was really bad. I tried making a mask. I sold a few, but it wasn't really sustainable because people were ordering and then they were not ordering. So it was really frustrating. And then there was no work. It was just laying on bed, watching the news, eating, sleeping. It was just frustrating, you know. And then the government said that if you're unemployed, you can apply for the 350. Then I just tried it out. I applied through the WhatsApp line, applied through the SMS line, I applied through email. So I was really making sure that I get this money. Then luckily I got approved, you see. And then I used that money to kickstart Soweto Creamery. So people who know me know that I love food and I have a sweet tooth, you know. I was on an app called Pinterest and I saw this ice cream which was interestingly made and I really liked how it looked, and in my mind I was like, I've never seen anything like this in Soweto. I showed it to my partner and I'm like, I want to do something like this. The first 350 was just used in the house for groceries and things like that, and then the second 350 wasn't really used. The third 350 was not also used, so in my account I had $700. And then at that time, it's when I saw that ice cream that really inspired me, you know. And then I used that $700 to kickstart Soweto Creamery, understand? So I just went to a regular retail store and I purchased products that I like. We started with 2 ice creams, which was chocolate overload and planet sweetness. So chocolate overload is vanilla ice cream with some chocolate syrup and some almond nuts, with a cookie, an ice cream stick, and some chocolate. Planet Sweetness is more colorful and full of sweets.
So I think it was it a Friday afternoon? Ngangigula nami ngaleso sikhathi. Kungena iniseka Thando. Uthi kimi, mama, uthanda uze ne-ice cream, sizodla i-ice cream. Ngiphethwe isifuba ngaleso sikhathi, angifuni ukwazi nge-ice cream. Angene naye asho ukuthi, hey mama, ngibone something ku-Pinterest, I wanna try it, angazi lezosebenzela. Ngiyagula ne, ngivuke. Ngithi ngimklinele i-freezer because we started using i-freezer as a kitchen. Ngimklinele i-freezer azofaka le zinto zakhe. Aqala uThando, I think he bought 2 tubs, 2-liter tubs. Wenza about 4 containers. Out of those, wafaka ku social media. First day, wathola 2 sales. They bought 2, the other 2 wayidla ne-friend yakhe nama-siblings akhe. And then ngelanga elilandelayo, hayi kwaqala manje abantu bangena bathenga. Yabona wakhula kanjalo.
The influence of the women in his life started to reflect in his ice cream business.
On Women's Day last year, 2021, we created an ice cream called Thando. We wanted to create a limited range for women to celebrate women. I was raised by my mother and I was raised by Ukoko, so it's always important to celebrate Abo Mama, you understand? So yeah, we are love.
By his own description, Thando is a person of few friends, but those he has kept close share his vision of improving the community.
Thando and I obviously grew up in the same community. I've been exposed to him via my cousin at first, but you know, as any youngsters in the township, you automatically become friends. You don't need to have an intro. So we've been friends for quite a number of years, from the childhood moments leading to now. We're still friends. So that's how I think we met via the universe introduction, I would say. There was no formal introduction. What also drew me closer to Thando was his abilities of creating something. And I'm for local talent and for local buying. So I wanted someone who can actually design something for me. Started designing some work for me, some material for me in terms of what I wear, and also in terms of image, because he's a photographer and now we are exposed to the world of social media. So he came in very handy for me as a photographer. So that's how the friendship actually grew. He's one of the friends who actually holds you into what you actually desire and very pushy in terms of supporting one. And we don't believe in achieving small amount of greatness, but we are beyond the reach of the possibilities.
There is more than what meets the eye about Thando. He has taken to teaching young children the art of photography.
Thando excel in photography, and through him we were able to initiate a concept called Signature Libraries at Gallery, whereby we have transferred the skill that he has to young school children, very young primary school children who are not academically able, but who need something that can actually inspire them so that they can see that they also fit in terms of the system. So every Saturday, what he does, he contributes his services at no cost to teach these youngsters using his own equipment, to teach these youngsters how to take great images and video control and all of that, which is something that we know that most young people in the township level are not exposed to. So that's one of the greatest things that he has done for us as a wider community, to say it doesn't end in terms of personal empowerment, but he also empowers those around him, especially the youngsters who are the future guardian of this community.
Thando's philanthropic spirit has rubbed off on his family members.
Not only Thando, he's also the brother Musa also. Both of them, they contribute greatly, because most of what he does also on Saturdays or during the week, he does provide his extra services of teaching these youngsters computer literacy, which is something that we all need.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Today we bring you the story of founder of Soweto Creamery, Thando Makubu. He has tried his hand in all types of business, different avenues. We now hear from the man himself what the future holds for him.
Aspirations for Soweto Creamery is to grow out of working from home, because working from home we're really limited. We work from Soweto, and you know RDP houses are really tiny. When we are full, it can be a problem, you see. So one, moving out to a commercial place within Soweto and create that restaurant vibe. We also have plans of growing Soweto Creamery in a mall type of format, where we have Soweto Creamery nationwide in malls, you can understand. Yeah. And then aspirations for me, I want to grow as a person, I want to grow as an entrepreneur, I want to grow in the sense that I'm able to inspire people who are like me, who are from Ekasi, and or let them know that it's possible, you know. There isn't an idea that is stupid. If you are really willing to work hard for it, and then you are willing to use what you have, anything is possible. Everyone who wants to start something or has a brand or who is already starting something or running something and feels that it's really hard. It is hard, but you need to always have your eye on the prize, one. Two, you must never compare yourself to anyone. Three, use the things that you have, you see. Social media is free, you see. If you don't have an account on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or Twitter, it's already a problem. There's a lot of people who are creating beautiful things but are unknown, you see. So social media is a tool that will help you grow. And then my last point is that you need to chill with people who are already above you so that they can inspire you.
Thando still has big dreams for himself, his family, and his community.
So for a business, I'd like to see him grow. Abe nama employees amaningi, zame ukwehlisa unemployment ekhona e-SA right now, and also help the community, capacity of business. And then personally, I'd love to see him grow as a person, have a better person.
Uthando ngiyafisa nje ukuthi abe ubaba okuzothi abanye abafana abakhulayo mhlambe nezintanga zakhe nabanye abantu abadala babheke babone ukuthi lokho akwenzayo kuhle singenza. And ngiyafisa nokuthi aphindele ku fashion ngalendlela athanda ukuphindela ngayo, aqhubeke ne-photography, because angithi isikhathi masiloku sihamba kuyofuneka kube khona abafundiswayo nabo kube khona into abayenzayo baphilisayo, kuyi-photography, ku-business yakhe ye-ice cream i-expande beyond the ice cream and fashion. And engimtshela kona njalo ukuthi ngifisa ukuthi ahlala level headed, because into engiyaye ngiyibone kaningi abantu babekhula amahlomba yaphakama akukho kuhle, you understand. Abe approachable, athi umntana okhulayo obonayo ukuthi ngiyayithanda lento akwazi ukufika kuye athi Thando wenza kanjani, uyabona. Isikolo sami nabo bonke, uyabona lento eyenzakalayo mina angiyithandi because angisilo muntu ofuna ukuvelela, angikho njalo, uyabona. So bona abafani nathi, but kuko konke lokho esaziwa nabangamboni bayalazi legama liringa a bell, but kuyo yonke into ayenzayo uyabona ahlale enobuntu, kwazeke ukuthi uyayenza into but ungakhohlwa ukuthi uphumaphi uyaphi, and always usifundisa ukuba nobuntu nokuhlonipha. Because ngiyakhumbula ukuthi uma begraduate bayakhunjuzwa ukuthi uma uloku phakama makube khona nawo baphakamisayo. So ayikhumbule lonto, uyayenza ke ngendlela yenza ngayo, because bayaye bafike babuza abakubuzayo. Unabantwana abafundisa iCamera khona manje abase-primary. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi labo bantwana they are 5 or 6 ukhona ngelinye ilanga oyobuya athi kulento owangifundisa yona ngenza ugrade 5, ngenza ugrade 7, ngila manje.
I am proud of Thando for being who he is and believing in himself.
As we wrap up our show today, we'd like to remind you of the saying that where there is a will, there's definitely a way. We hope that you have taken a page out of Thando's book and you will definitely go after everything that you have set your mind to. From myself, Pule Mulebatsi, and the rest of the team, it's a goodbye.